have to keep reminding myself that not every week and not every day I'm going to feel like doing things. It's so stupid that I feel like I'm wasting the week or just wasting the day by not doing anything. But then I have to remind myself that self care means slowing down and doing things at a slower pace. Wow, as soon as I started talking, the sun just came out. I'm gonna take that as confirmation because the sun is healing. I love the sun. And even though I have on no sunscreen, like at all, I enjoy being in the sun. But back to what I was saying before I got this lit confirmation. I have to remind myself that it's okay to take things slow because that's how you enjoy and absorb the moments that have been high. And it's not going to be high all the time. That's not feasible. We go through different cycles in different environments, and with everything that we do, we go through different changes. We absorb, we expel. It's always a ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. And I'm so happy I decided to turn on the camera and just start because it's Wednesday and I have tried to, I guess, document the things that I was doing. But ever since being back from Barcelona, I have been waking up at 3 in the morning and 4 in the morning and all that, which I am not sure why. It might be jet lag, but it's kind of weird because 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here, I'm asleep there. So why am I waking up around those times here? And yeah, it's kind of weird. But it's just a different change that I have to process and go through. Getting up that early, for the rest of the day, I don't really do anything because I do things in the morning when it's like super quiet. And I love a quiet morning. So as soon as it's not quiet anymore, it's like, well, I did majority of what I wanted to do, so I'm good. Which would be journaling and editing. And I was rewatching some of my videos from 2023. So it's like the first couple of videos from the daily challenge. And I'm so proud of my journey of the growth because wow, there has been a lot of growth. And it's fun to see that growth and to have that catalog where I can go back and be like, hey, well, this was where I am first and this is where I am now. This feels awesome. And I know that it's just gonna keep getting better because the video I just finished editing, I think it's my favorite by far. By far. And I really think that because it's so me. And it blew my mind when I was putting it together and everything. I was just like, wow, this is amazing. I love the process of just putting it together. And it's crazy because at first I did not like editing. I didn't like it. I thought it was time consuming and I just wanted to just pawn it off on somebody else and be like, yeah, so I'll film and you edit. I'll do the creative part and you do basically the threaded part. But I've come to look at it as it's the ending part of the creative process because the editing is where the magic happens. And I've heard this like a million times, but it is true. I look at it as a scrapbook. After you go out and you gather all your photos and little trinkets and everything that you want to include into your scrapbook, you put them together, and the act of putting them together is what makes the thing become a thing. Before that, it's just you're just gathering stuff without a true purpose. So that's how I've come to look at editing. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say in the future I probably won't get a editor or anything, but as for right now, I am enjoying the process, and I do love it. I love every single part of this. So I've done most of the editings in the morning. So I'll be up around the earliest I got up was 3:27, and I swore it was after 5 because my body just felt like it was after 5. So I got up, and then when I looked at the phone, I was like, oh, it's not even 3:30. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll just start my day and continue as normal, which is exactly what I did. But the nagging thought of thinking that I have to constantly be doing something to feel like I'm accomplishing things, or to get that accomplishment feeling. It's not true, because I have done a lot, and just taking the time to relax and taking the time to read multiple books is an act of self-care in itself. And it's also like having the opportunity to have the time to relax, to rest, to read, and to basically do nothing is a privilege. And I should look at it more like that, instead of thinking, oh, I have to be doing all of these things, when in reality, I don't have to do any of it. So once in a while, or more than once in a while, I should actually allow myself to breathe. Really, just allow myself to breathe, because I can't do anything. I can't do what I want if I'm tired. And then if I'm tired, it's gonna be more of a complaint than and it's gonna be worse doing the things that I want, because I feel like I'm dragging and I'm not really enjoying the experience. One of my issues with Florida is that I never know what to do here. And I'm a nature person, so I want to be out in the park and be in the grass and do all of these things in nature. However, Florida is very wild, and I don't do well with reptiles, and there are reptiles everywhere. So it's like looking for things that I would love, and looking for things that I won't be scared to do. It's so hard. And it's also not a walkable city, so I literally have to search for places just to walk and to hike and all that. But then at the same time, I have to factor in that there might be alligators or iguanas on the route. I don't like reptiles. But, but, I'm here. And one of the best things about here is the weather. The sun is always out. And when it rains, it just rains for a little bit and then it's gone. And even though I'm terrified of the reptiles and everything, I feel like I can safely venture into the nature-filled areas without encountering one of them big dinosaurs. I don't know why I'm scared. I mean, they just make my skin crawl, honestly. It's like I would not want one of them to be on me, and I don't know how anyone would ever take a photo with a snake or iguana or anything. It's just like No, no, please don't even come 10 foot within me, distance between me and no, no, you can keep it. But I'm here. I'm here. And I always want to make the best out of any situation that I'm in and any environment that I'm in. So I think I'm gonna have to challenge myself to venture out more because I will stay inside, knowing me, being the homebody that I am, or as my cousin called me, a house mouse. A house mouse. Yeah, knowing me, I will stay inside, and I don't want to do that. So when I'm not going to the beach, one, I think the water is way too cold right now, but I can still go and relax on the beach. But I want to venture out to more places, more nature filled places, more places covered in trees and just being surrounded by green. I want to do more of that. So I'm going to challenge myself to do more of that because I have to go outside. If I don't go outside, I'm going to be depressed, and that is not a great feeling that I would wish on anybody. That no, anyone that goes through depression knows that you just want to be out of it. So I know these are ways to keep me from spiraling into the darkness. So I'm going to challenge myself. Yep, here goes. I realized while I'm here basking in all of this nature surrounding me and everything that it was fear that was holding me back. It was fear stopping me from coming outside and going to venture into places that are unknown. Yeah, I thought fear doesn't really hold me back from a lot of things, but apparently it still does. But the good part about that is that I'm out and I'm doing it. Honestly, I am impressed by this place. I'm in awe. Like, wow, wow. I found this place from my search of things to do outside, and it's not big, but it's the perfect size and it's so quiet. It is beside, I think, like a housing complex or something like that, apartment buildings, but besides that and the sounds coming from that and the road nearby, it's not really loud. It's very quiet because you hear that? That's it. Literally, that's it. You know what? I am proud of myself for challenging myself to come outside and actually finding a place and coming because wow, wow. To think I would miss out on something so beautiful and so calming by staying inside. So on my walk this morning, I also realized something else. I realized that my life cycle in like 3 different themes. So it's explore, rest, and create. And mm, I used to have it twisted. Well, I used to have it another way where it was explore, no, rest, explore, create. But truthfully, it's explore, rest, create. Because after exploration, we need to rest. And after we rest and absorb everything that we've explored, we're ready to create. And that's what I realized, that when I'm forcing myself to go and explore and I'm just not into like going to do it and all of that. I realized that I need to zoom out and look at the broader picture. And then that's when I realized that, hey, I'm in the resting phase. Yeah, that does a lot because here's the thing. When we go traveling, which I do a lot, as you've clearly seen, it's high tempo most of the times. It's so much excitement and everything just, bubbling out. And after we leave that high intensity place and go home or basically go somewhere else that is slower, we don't really know how to readjust. And sometimes after people go on vacations and then they come back home, they go directly into work. And then they're tired and they always say, I need a vacation from my vacation, because no one talks about the resting period that happens after travel and how you need to allow your body to come back to itself for you to continue forward. So I realized that me pushing myself to go do these things and I have to do this and this must be done and all of that is not acknowledging the shifts that are happening in my body and that I need to rest. So even though I'm out exploring this wonderful park, which there are no dinosaurs around, it's just the little bitty lizards that are running around. Those are fine because they're always running away from you. It's the bigger ones. There are none. And doing something like this is even more relaxing and prioritizes self-care even a lot more because I'm not walking far. I'm not walking and being completely, overstimulated. I'm not. I'm in a quiet place surrounded by a lot of green and a lot of trees and a lot of animals, like the birds. I saw a woodpecker earlier. I think it was a woodpecker. I don't know. I'm gonna learn these different birds. Even though I do know a lot of different birds, and off topic here, I know a lot of different types of dogs too. I don't know where I learned it from, but apparently it's all in my brain. But being in a place like this, I love it. I really do. I do. I'm happy I found this place. I am. I'm so calm. It's like once I saw everything, I literally yeah, that's exactly what I did. Oh my God. This is kind of one of the reasons I came here, because they had turtles. I didn't think I would see one. I sat the camera down and then moved because he was not moving, or whatever the gender is. It was not moving with me standing there, just like staring at it. So put the camera down to its level and oh my gosh. This is the most precious thing I've ever seen. Like, oh, I'm so happy I came outside. Oh my God. Honestly, I think this whole experience is reminding me that I am the one that's stopping myself from going outside and from doing the things that I envision myself doing. Nobody else. It's me. And once I get out of my own way and realize that, hey, I can do these things, I should go and do these things, and that it makes me feel So damn good. Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself of these things because I always forget. I always forget and think, "Oh, I can't do this." And find a whole bunch of reasons why I can't do it. And being here, none of those reasons matter. None of them make sense. And they're all fear led. So, no, I'm not going to allow fear to rule my life. And when I do realize that I am choosing my actions out of fear rather than fearlessness, yeah, it's time to go in the opposite direction. So I'm proud of myself. Well, I don't know what that was, but it flew directly in my hair. I think it was like a giant fly, and it's probably gone. I just, something wild had to say hello. Ah, nature, right?